Hello, my name is Nikita Singh. In this assignment, I build a photo gallery web application using React White and Tailwind CSS. First, I will show the application working. When the page loads, the application uh, fetches 30 photos from the Pixum Photo API that displays them in a gallery grid. If the API request fails, an error message will be shown. Each photo card contains image, author name, and a heart icon, which is used to mark the photo as favorite. The layout is responsive. On mobile, it shows one column, or for tab, it shows two column, or for desktop, it shows four column. Now I will show the search feature. At the top, there is a search input. When I type a author name, the photos are filtered in real time. This filtering happens on the already fetched data, so no new API request is made. Now I will demonstrate the favorite feature. When I click the heart icon, the photo is added to favorites. When I click it again, the photo removed from favorites. Now I will explain the code. First I will the custom hook. First I will open custom hook. This hook is responsible for fetching the photos from API. Instead of hook, I manage three states: photos, loading, and error. When the component mounts, the hook sends a request to the Pixum Photos API using fetch. If the request is successful, the response data is stored in photos state. If the request fails, the error state uh, is updated and error message is shown in the UI. This hook returns three values: photos, loading, and error. Next, I will explain reducer. I use reducer to manage the favorites state. The reducer handle a action call toggle favorite. When the user clicks the heart icon, the reducer checks if the photo ID already exists in the favorite list. If it exists, it removes it. Otherwise, it adds to the favorite list. I use reducer instead of use state because reducer logic is more suitable when state updates depend on specific actions. Now I will explain use callback and use memo. In the app component, here I used use callback for the handle search function. Uh, this function the updates the search turn state when the user types in the search input. I wrap this function with use callback so that the React does not recreate the function on every render. This helps improve performance. If I remove use callback, the application will still work, but the function would be recreated on every render and could use unnecessary re-renders. Next, I used use memo to calculate the filtered list of photos. This function filters the photos based on the author name and the search term. Use memo ensure that this filtering logic only runs when the photos list on the search term. If I remove use memo, the application will still work correctly, but the filtering calculation will run on every render, which can affect performance when the dataset is larger. I also used use callback for a toggle favorite function. This function dispatches an action to the reducer to add or remove photos from favorites. Now I will explain the photo card. This component is responsible for displaying a single photo in the gallery. I received three prompts: photo is favorite and toggle favorite. At the bottom of this file, I wrap this component with React Memo. React Memo prevents the component from re-rendering unless its props change. Since the gallery contains many photo card components, this helps improve performance. One difficult part for me was implementing the favorite functionality using use reducer and connecting it with the UI. I solved this by dispatching action from photo card component and updating the state inside the reducer. In summary, this project demonstrate React with White setup, API fetching using a custom hook, state management with user reducer, performance optimizing using use callback and use memo, and a responsive UI using Tailwind CSS. Thank you.